Welcome back and good morning. It is about 8:45 on Sunday, March 8th, and I've been on the road for a little over 2 hours. My overall journey here is going to take me to Florida for some spring turkey hunting. Florida, it's a long way away from Colorado, especially when you're driving. But the scheme of maneuver is going to go something like this. I'm going to be at Bart's house tonight, and I'm spend a couple days there. Tomorrow it's supposed to kind of rain all day, so I've got an oil change scheduled at the service station in town there for baby Snowflake here. We may do a little fishing, we may do a little work on his hunting property, something like that, but Wednesday morning I'll get up and get out. And right now I'm currently scheduled to have lunch with an old army buddy, so that'll be cool because I'm gonna drive right past his town. And then I'm heading to Florida. I will spend, I guess, 8 or 9 days hunting in Florida. And then I'll slide over to the Tampa Bay area, visit my wife's sister and her family for a couple days, and then it's up to Alabama and Mississippi for some more turkey hunting. So, whoo, it's gonna be a good one. Turkey season's starting early for me this year, and I'm excited. I love me some turkey hunting. That's gonna be round one of turkey season this year. Let's see how this goes. I got baby Snowflake all packed up. Let's see what we got here. I got my bike, I got a tent and some other junk in there. I've got my table, I've got ground blinds up in there, some chairs, and we're pretty packed in here. Although I am set up, that's annoying, I am set up to sleep in the back here. So when the time comes, I can do so. I can just put one bag right here in the driver's seat. I'm ready to go. This should be a good trip. One way or another, it's going to be an adventure. So hope you stick around. Stay tuned. All right, it's time for a little road trip workout. We're going to do some push-ups and pull-ups. That's pretty easy to do given the equipment of a picnic table and a spot to do pull-ups on. A lot of times the gazebos at rest areas work, but in this case, a lot of times in Kansas, what I find is there's this rafter that sticks out by the bathroom door. So it's brutally windy out there, so maybe just 2 sets. Maybe some quick abs and handstand push-up or something. I've been asked to expound upon some of the workout stuff I do on several occasions, so here's what I'm doing and why. Simply here, I'm doing the push-up and I'm on the picnic table so that I can have my oversized chin hang off the end for a full range of motion. Otherwise, I have to look left and look right for a few reps to keep my ample chin from hitting the ground. Pull-ups, general upper body strength, your lats and whatnot. Kind of go fairly wide on the grip. I'm not going crazy here, just getting some reps in.
In the morning, highs in the mid-60s. South winds up to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming...
Sorry about the wind blowing my shirt up. Here the wind blows my camera over.
Till daylight on Sunday. Impacts, strong wind gusts could blow around unsecure.
But on these pull-ups, I'm really trying to get up high. Get a good pull and get my chin up really high over the bar, or in this case, the board.
Extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor.
Leg lifts with the hips coming off. So these are simply, you kind of bring your legs up to 90 degrees and try to keep them perpendicular to the ground when you lift your hips off the ground. Wall handstands. I do these with my hands a good ways away from the wall, so obviously I can balance, and then my grip, my hands are wider than shoulder width. I do that to make sure that my shoulders are holding me up, not my skeletal system if they were closer together. So if you're pretty strong in this, you could do a few reps where your head touches the ground and you lift up. Otherwise, just a good hold here, because you're holding most of your body weight up with your shoulders. Again, back to the leg lifts. I'm also doing these on the picnic table because I don't want to do them in the dirt and then have to get back in my car and get it extra dirty. So the GoPro has been on for 10 minutes and 9 seconds to this point. So that's just a quick little workout. So I'll do something like that again later on today. I can't really talk to you on the road because the wind is brutal. Kansas, I got it. You're windy. You can quit now. But I need to tell you all this because I'd kind of regret if I didn't tell you. So this portion of turkey season, as well as that Arkansas trip, is being sponsored by my grandparents. 2 years ago, my grandpa died, and last year my grandma died, and they left a little something behind. So in their spirit, I'm doing good stuff with most of it, and then do a little fun stuff with some of it. I think they'd appreciate the adventure of it, because when my mom got married and, you know, went off with my dad, they went on a 3-month cross-country tour. They went down into New Mexico, California, Washington State, and those are just some of the pictures I saw. This was long before I was born. And they did it in a Volkswagen bus, like the little Beetle bus, decked out with the RV. They had the little stove and a little sink in it. And 3 months, and you know that joker doesn't go over 55 miles an hour, and it's tight quarters, so I think they'd appreciate the adventure. And my grandma at age 55 took flying lessons and did her first solo flight before anybody in the family knew about it, including grandpa. Nobody knew she was doing the flights. And so I went up with her one time when I was just a wee little guy. I don't know, my brother was born, so I was probably 6 years old or so, 7 years old. But I think they'd appreciate the adventure, and so this chunk of the season, it's on them. Thank you, Grandma, Grandpa. All right, I found a random park for round 2. So what we're gonna try is 20 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 15, 4, 10, and 3. We'll see how that goes. Could be bad. Lynn's got nasty. We'll see. Doesn't sound too ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. My pull-ups are gonna suck because that's not a very good pull-up bar. Oh yeah, it's still windy. Oh yeah, it's still really windy. The push-ups were nasty. So again, leg lifts, and then pulling the hips up off the ground. Come up to 90 degrees. That one's a little far. It happens when I get tired. Again with the wall handstands, but here I'm going to get a few reps. It's not that big of a range of motion, but you are holding, you know, say 80% of your body weight, especially the way I'm really kicked back. You're holding about 80% of your body weight up, so it's a pretty heavy movement. So that's it, 2 rounds today. Push up, pull up, superset, and then handstands for your shoulders and abs. I only worked out about 17 minutes total today between the 2 rounds, but it was about pace, not a lot of rest between the sets. In round 2 here, that was just up and down, push-ups, pull-ups. So that's what we did today. So we're double digits to Bart's house, and we'll be there by 7 o'clock probably. Lost an hour. I lose an hour coming this way because I go from Mountain to Central Time. And last night was daylight savings, so it's going to be later into the evening now. I do wish they would stop playing with the daylight savings time and just leave the time. It's the same amount of sunlight. The earth doesn't slow down rotating or anything. We get the same amount of sun. We just call it something different and make it an unnecessary change. Who's with me on that? Well, I have arrived. Got Baby Snowflake's oil changed right here. It's a really nice garage. Harper's service station. And that wind's probably brutal, but Mother Nature's not cooperating with us. So this morning I got the oil changed in Baby Snowflake. Quick look at the town here. The downtown here is real Americana, old school. Sorry about the wipers and all, but it's raining just enough. You got these cool old buildings. Civic Theater over there. Old meets new meets old again. It's always interesting to me around here, coming from the suburbs and whatnot. So we've decided to come to Springfield, drive down to Springfield, Missouri to check out Bass Pro. If you've never been here before, you need to come check it out. I was here 15 years ago and I remember being very impressed, and it is significantly bigger than it was then. Attached to it is the Wonders of Wildlife Museum, so we're going to check that out too.